What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? This is my boyfriend. I done finally got him, y'all.
Yeah,
finally
man.
got him.
Yeah. You know, John, we supposed to did this about
A
3
long
years
time
ago, man.
Yep. He
3
did
years
one
ago.
on me, so quite naturally I got to double back and do one on him.
Right.
Now, Fred, the month of February, I always give people their roses, black businesses and people who's doing stuff in the city of Detroit. In February, like Black History Month.
Okay.
So each person I go through, I just ask them a couple questions or whatever the case may be, and just be just be yourself, have fun with it.
All right.
Which I know you will, Fred.
All right.
All right, we're gonna start it off, man. First of all, Fred, I want to say thank you for taking this interview, man. Helping me build my YouTube channel, and I really appreciate it. First off, I want to say thanks for
man.
coming through for
Brother,
me and
come on now.
helping me build the YouTube channel.
For sure.
So we're gonna start it off. Now, Fred, this is something I always wanted to ask you coming up. Right?
Okay.
I always wanted to ask, growing up, where did you get your talents? Rapping, singing, and now, preaching.
Well, you know what? I always been musically inclined, man. I'm gonna say probably from my mother's side of the family because they were always influential with music, especially Motown and things of that nature. And I think everybody started off, with Michael Jackson because that's who I used to emulate, Michael Jackson or whatever. And so, rapping, man, this just came from just, trying it out, seeing other people do it, and my cousin. Who you went to school with? Gabby. Me and him used to just be outside practicing, dancing and rapping, and I used to battle rap, and that's how I started.
Okay, yeah, good. Cause, we used to geek Gabby up at school, and
yeah, man.
He'd turn the whole party out.
Yep.
Now, my next question, Fred, always, people always praise people while they're gone. I love giving people their praise while they're here. Right. And I'm so proud of you as a father.
Man,
how did you instill your talents into your son, little Fred?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Now, I know you said little Fred, but all of my kids are musically talented. Okay. My son, like my son, Isaiah, he's more quiet. And both of my daughters can sing. Okay. But they shy, Okay. But I'm going to say Frederick learned just by watching me because when I used to be in the studio rapping and all of that, man, he would be right there. And so he just picked it up. He just picked it up just like that.
Yeah, because we went to one of his things. He know how to sing, rap, dance.
Yeah, now singing he got from his mom.
Okay.
Now singing he got from his mom because his mom sings and her side of the family, her mother and her aunties and things of that nature and her uncle. But far as dancing, he got that from me.
You know how to dance, bro?
John, come on, man. I used to be hitting them routines, man. Me and Gabby, man.
That's right.
See? Come on, man. Put your weight on it.
Yeah. You're right. Now, Fred, we're gonna get into your the movement. Okay. Also, your podcast. Awesome. First off, what inspired you to start ECO, Encouragement Outreach, Encouragement Corner Outreach, and the slogan behind it: wherever you are, God's love will find you.
Awesome.
How did you connect those two?
Well, Encouragement Corner Outreach started maybe about 5 years ago. And so what inspired me to do that is, and I'm going to say through pain. I'm going to say through pain. And it's amazing because there's a slogan that we say in ministry that your misery will become your ministry. And so it was around that time, maybe like about 5-6 years ago, I went through a thing where my mom passed away. It was just like a really dark place for me at the time. My mom passed away. I was going through a lot of personal, tribulations or whatever, my marriage and, it was just a lot. And so I remember one time of going through it, I was in prayer and I was wondering and you know about this, John, because we talk about it, but there was times where other people can go through stuff and you'll be there praying for them and you'll be right there with them. And then when you go through something, you don't get nobody. You know what I'm saying? You try to call people, nobody answer or whatever. And so I remember one day I was just being I was really in a discouraging place. Mm-hmm. And so God told me in prayer, man, he said, if I'm for you, who can be against you? Mm-hmm. He said, so you don't have to worry about having people to pray for you or looking for other encouragement when I'm your encouragement corner. Mm. And that's how that came about. And so I started with just like positive quotes. Mm. I would make a journal of positive quotes to myself, just basically like prayer confessions. And it started from that. And far as the declaration, wherever you are, God's love will find you, is because how that came about, it was a collaboration actually with my best friend, Dwayne Sylvester. Mm-hmm. I was talking to him when I first started the ECO movement. I was talking to him. I said, man, I want a slogan or some type of declaration that describes God's love for his people. Mm-hmm. Because there's so many people out here that's discouraged, and some people, they have a mentality of God being a God of judgment, always, on the throne, ready to push the hell button every time you mess up. Mm-hmm. So I said, I wanted something to explain and display God's love for his people. And I said, and we were just conversing. And I said, man, what can I say about God's love? Because I want people to find God's love. And my best friend actually was like, you know what? How about this? Wherever you are, God's love will be there. And I was like, oh, wow. And then we just started talking. And then that's how it came about. We'll find you. Wherever you are, God's love will find you. Because what that represents is no matter what state you in, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people deal with anxiety. A lot of people can be depressed or whatever challenges you're going through is nothing that God cannot pull you out of and deliver you from. So that's how that declaration came about.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I like that, Fred. How did you come about with the podcast?
Well, the podcast, you remember the Brotherhood. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we had the Brotherhood. It was like New Year's Eve when I was doing the last Brotherhood for that year. Mm-hmm. And so God gave me a word about leveling up. And so that was the message that I was ministering to the brothers at that time. Like, it's time to level up. No matter what circumstances you're going through, we all experiencing challenges and with all these atrocities that's going on, you have to have the type of mindset to level up in spite of that. And so that's how the name came. So, but it was also a collaboration. So not just myself, but it was two other people that I collaborated with as far as the podcast. And one of them, one guy is no longer, a part of it. So it's just myself and Dwayne Sylvester. So that's how that came about.
So let me ask you this, Fred, and through the outreach, what are some of the challenges you witnessed in the communities?
Wow. Some of the challenges I'm going to say is just being consistent. Part of it is, you really want, like you have a vision where you want to do more. And I think one of my challenges about that is, I'm still, praying and believing God for more resources to help people. Okay. So that's probably one of the challenges because I can't say, people being one of the challenges because I'm determined because this is my calling. This is my vision that God has given me. So, despite of that, it's just really having more resources to help people.
That's deep. Okay, my next question, Fred. This one kind of heavy. Okay. And, I want you to be
okay. Be all right, I'm gonna brace myself on that. Okay, but you see now you throwing me on this. This is a heavy one. Now. Well, I thought the last one was heavy, but this is okay. All right, now if I start crying, brother, don't say nothing. All right, it ain't one of them tear grinches.
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna keep it true.
All right, okay.
What are you and your team planning to do this year to make even greater impact for ECO?
That is a good question. You got me. That is a good question. Well, you know what? I think that one of the things that we want to do is to, like I said before, provide more resources. Mm-hmm. And our outreach, what we endeavoring to do is to connect with other outreaches and to network, because not all people just need food, mm-hmm. Or like toiletries and blankets and things of that nature, but some of them need like mental health. Mm. So, Encouragement Corner outreach want to be like a liaison for that, to where, not only that we minister God's love to you and Christ to you, but we also connect you with other networks or other entities that deals with like mental health, and things of that nature. So that's one of the things that we're trying to get into now.
This year, 2023.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Fred. Tell me about the three most influential people in your life, and how did they impact you?
Wow.
Give me three.
Three. Okay. Mm-hmm. See, John, you should have. See what you should have. What you should have did was call me and give me these answers. I'm letting y'all know John doing this right off the spot. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I interview people, I already had their stuff ready. I have it ready.
Wow, John, you man.
But okay. I wanted to be natural. That's why I don't let the people I interview know the questions, because I want it to be organic or just natural.
Right. I appreciate that.
So give me three influential people that was in your house, in your life.
In my life that was.
And how did they impact you?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say my mom first. Mm-hmm. She was very influential in my life, and I'm gonna tell you, my mom, she wasn't a religious person. Mm-hmm. She didn't go to church or whatever, but she had a heart to. She had a go-getter type of spirit, and she had wisdom. And so I would see her go through different challenges and different things in her life, and I never, ever saw her giving up. So I think that was one person in my life, was my mom. Secondly, I'm going to say my pastor, my pastor, Bishop Anthony Claxton, at Lifeline Christian Center. He's very influential in my life because, his heart for people. I've seen many transitions and things that he's gone through in his life, and he never stopped. Mm-hmm. And I told him that one time. I told him how, it was very inspiring for me to see him still move, man. Think about you having a church where you go from the height, like I was there at that ministry where it was to its highest point, where it was packed.
Okay.
Where, he experienced, life, and then, people started leaving and things of that nature, but he never gave up. Wanted to, but he never did. And so I told him, I said, thank God for you never giving up, because that gave me the tenacity to keep moving forward. Mm. So, thirdly, man, John, this was a good one, man. Jesus. Wow, see, if I had them questions before, it wouldn't be coming on. But, well, I'm going to say, believe it or not, I'm going to say my wife. I'm going to say my wife. I'm really going to say my wife, man. She, and this might crack you up, but just her spirit, man, and her mindset, my wife is a very strong woman, man. Mm-hmm. And dealing with me, you got to be strong. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say why on a serious note. My wife and I, we experience a lot of things in our life and in our marriage. And I remember, like I told you about, even starting the outreach, I remember one time we were even about to get a divorce. We've been through some very rough times, but during that time, my wife kept her class. She was classy with everything. Like, she never, even when we were at odds, she never downed me. She never said anything negative about me or to me, and she stayed being virtuous with our children. You know what I'm saying? She never said nothing bad like, well, your father, never. So I'm going to say my wife.
Your wife. That's good. That's the three. Your pastor,
my mom, pastor, and my wife.
And your wife. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let me ask you this. Being in business for yourself, you stepping out on faith with your business.
Yes.
What is the biggest challenge you're facing in business right now, and how are you tackling it?
Well, okay. Now, you're not speaking of Encouragement Corner, right?
Both.
You're talking about,
Both.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where my business is F.B. Empowerment.
Empowerment, that's right. Okay.
F.B. Empowerment.
Yeah.
And the declaration for that is it's like an outreach, but it's a ministry that God gave me that I developed. And the declaration to that is empowerment, encouraging, and building your life skills. And some of the challenges with that is, just like with any business, that you're starting, you're going to experience some turbulence. And I'm going to say like the first couple of years in starting a business, I think that's your most challenging time.
Heck yeah.
And you know that, John.
Yes,
I know about that.
I quit on mine a couple times. So I totally understand.
But you know what? But even when you experience that and you say that you was, desiring, well, I ain't gonna say desiring, but about to quit, that's, and then you go back to it, that's an indication that you really call for that. Because if you can't leave it alone, and if it's something that's just burning in your heart, brother, you can't run from it.
Yeah, you're right.
You cannot run from it. Because listen, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of times that I wanted to throw in the towel. I'm telling you, listen, I probably threw in the towel and threw the towel.
Came back.
Because you know what? I'm going to tell you, John, and I'm being honest with you, man. When you out there and you doing an outreach, let me tell you something. You have to be called by God to do that.
Yes, yeah.
You can't. Man,
when you're doing good, it seems like it's so much against you,
man. And I be saying, God, why don't you give me this outreach to do it in the summer? It's like God, it be cold, and then some people, man, you have to deal with people's, character, and folks are funny, but you have to love what you do. And I'm going to tell you something. That is what I'm moved by. I'm moved by God's love to do what I'm doing. Man.
There you go. Amen.
Moved by God's love to do it.
Now, this is my power question, Fred.
John, you said 10. That's probably 20, man.
No, I got it right here.
How many? Okay, what number is this, John?
It's 10.
Okay, all right. This the grand finale.
Yeah, this is grand finale. Let's come around the grand finale.
All right, here we go.
Okay, Fred. Now, this is my power question I always ask everybody.
Okay.
What would the 46-year-old Fred tell the 18-year-old Fred? And if you can do it all over again.
Wow, John. That is the grand finale.
This boy crazy.
Wow. Okay, you know what? The 46, and you just told my age too. Thank you, John.
We're the same age, fool.
I know, John. I wanted people to think I was 38 or something like that. No, but anyway, let me say, the 46-year-old, the 46 me would tell an 18-year-old me,
if I was to do it all over.
If I was to do it all over again, is to trust God's process. Trust the process, man. And not to give up. Not to give up. Because I'm going to tell you, John, what delayed some of the things that I wanted to do was like, I'm going to say like not believing in myself. Not thinking that I'm good enough to do it because I'm looking at it from a natural standpoint and not a spiritual standpoint. You get what I'm saying? So I would tell myself to be patient, go through life because you're going to go through life. You're going to experience it, brother. You're going to have trials and tribulations, but to trust the process. That's what I would tell myself.
That's deep. Okay, now this is the last one, Fred.
John, you close the book. Close this interview. No,
I'm just speaking with you. How can people reach you and tell them, your businesses you have, and how can people reach you?
Okay. Well, as far as our outreach, our email is ecoutreach8@gmail.com. Okay. And also the number to the outreach, if they want to book us from any events. And also, that's how you can reach me. The number I'm going to give out is also you can reach me for the FB empowerment for, because I have like speaking engagements where I'm ministering at different churches or different outreaches or whatever. And that number is 313-330-1551. And so you can reach me there.
What about your podcast? You can't forget about the podcast. How can they tune in to your podcast?
Oh, yeah. Good. Thanks, John. Well, we have a YouTube channel, which is Encouragement Corner Outreach YouTube channel. So you just put that in and it'll pop up and subscribe. That's why we usually, when we put out the podcast, we tell people to like, share, and subscribe so they can always get new content that we put out. So.
And I'm gonna end it with this, y'all. He also on the board of S.A.V.E. Detroit.
Oh, yes, I am. Tell it, John.
He also
powerful movement, man.
Yeah, he also on the board.
Before you even say that, let me just say this to you, man, that I'm proud of you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Seriously, John, I'm proud of you, man. We've been knowing each other since high school, brother. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm proud to see how God is moving in your life with S.A.V.E. Detroit. And not only that, man, but the movement is awesome.
Thanks, man.
And brother, it's like iron sharpening iron, man. We encourage each other a lot.
All the time.
Yeah. And hey, man, and I appreciate you having me on this interview show, man. The S.A.V.E. Detroit podcast. Well, it's not the podcast.
No, this is my YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah. Right. And tune in to my YouTube channel too, y'all. Y'all can subscribe and like it, whatever. It's S.A.V.E. Detroit. You just punch in S.A.V.E. Detroit and it'll pop right up.
Yes.
Fred will be interview. I want to say 13. Fred Botten.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks, Fred.
Sweet,
appreciate
man.
you, brother.
Man, thank you, brother, for having me, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.